Judith Adhiambo. Judith. Sang Eda. Abera. Sang Kimuta. Samuel Moran. Jackie Ronald. Achila Ward. Chepngeno Sharon. Uta Victor. Musivi Kevin. Kiage Bonare. So Judith Adhiambo. James Boy. Okay. Do we have someone called Ruto Kipngetich? Gesada Faith? Ayeko Bill? Kisos Emma? Kimani Tobias? Sabuni Faith? Tingoyo Alison? And then Faith Liavuli, Kerubo Neli, Mayu Joyce, take this time to welcome you. Before we continue, we will open with a word of prayer. Okay. We are going to start with a word of prayer, and I will ask anyone among us to pray for us that has been moved by the Spirit. You can stand.
Parents, pray. We thank you, Almighty Father God, because you've been with us as we start this process. We invite your Holy Spirit to guide us and to end. I pray and believe in the mighty name of Jesus Christ.
Amen. So once again, I want to welcome you to this noble exercise. Congratulations to the delegates for making it to the delegate list. You are representing your fellow students in this exercise. And you have gone through a rigorous exercise for you to get here. You applied, you were vetted, you were shortlisted, and then they voted for you, and you came up top among the requirements that was needed. So congratulations for coming this far, and welcome to this exercise. Remember, the students has bestowed you the right to vote for them. I hope you're going to do the right thing and get them the best leaders that they expect from you. With me, I have commissioners, they'll be joining us. Can you come here? The presidential agent. And who is that? Yes? Finance. Now. And the other one? Yes, the other one. Delegate. Can you find a seat somewhere? Okay, President, you can sit here. Finance, let's get you somewhere. Around here. The president and the deputy can sit here. Get that chair, kindly. You are needed, kindly. Can you switch you to kindly? The two of you. So let's have Kimani Tobias sit next to Sabuni Faith and Tingoya Alison. Just arrange yourself. Finance together and gender and sports together. So that is gender.
No, delegates.
Delegate. Delegate, kindly give some space here. So that is position?
Yes, finance.
That one? Finance. Yes? Finance. Gender. So the next. Just take one seat here. Take one seat. Move with it. Okay. So these are reserved for the other two positions of the account. Okay. So I want us to, I believe you will surrender your votes. And I was congratulating you for making it to this level. And students have bestowed upon you the honors of selecting them their leaders, all through from the presidential down to these other positions. I have not announced other positions, for example, Secretary General, because Gospel Kimutai went unopposed. Academic and Foreign Affairs, Simu James went unopposed. And then Sports, Entertainment Secretary Mary Macan Cornelius, he also went unopposed. So these other positions are there for competition between Finance, Planning and Student Labor Secretary, Gender and Special Interest Secretary. So they are joining us and then we will progress. So this is how it's going to be. We will give each candidate a minimum of 7 to 10 minutes. A minimum of 7, maximum of 10 to present your manifesto to the delegates. And immediately you present your manifesto, you will see the next candidate will come and do that. After we are done with that presentation, we will move to the next session, which is voting. You will be provided with 3 ballot papers. One for presidential, one for finance, and one for gender. And then you will mark the person that you feel you're comfortable with, and then you will drop it in our boxes here. We will get to that point, and then we'll guide you on what to do. Okay? Is there any question? The number of delegates. Okay, allow me. This is a list that we've used to call you people here. Okay? So in the Department of Accounting, we are supposed to have 3 delegates, and that is Onyango Dimba, Abigail Chepto, Justus Vati. I hope they're here. In the Department of Biology, what happened? Okay, I'll get back to that. And then in the biology, we have 3. Kuloba Simiyu, I hope you are here. Owor Adhiambo and Adegu Olga or Ogla. I don't know which one. Okay. Olga. Okay. And then education, we have 3. You can be doing your maths for whoever was asking. Okay. Accounting, 3. Biology, 3. Education, 3. That is Rono Hassan, Asande Brenda, and Onyango Samuel. Humanities, we have 3. Chana Yoga Beth, Osebe Nelson, Njoroge Ann. Okay? And then ISC, we have 3. Were Sheila, Mutembei George, he just called me that he's coming. I don't know if he's joined us. Okay, he's joining us. Derek Mwanzia. Someone asked why was this one not in the ballot? The only delegates that were applied for that position were 3. And then management, only 2 delegates applied for the position of delegates. That is Kihara Wangeshi and Shari Nyambura. Okay, if we had another option, we could have gotten another tribe. Sorry for that. And then maths, chemistry, physics, 3. Mwangi Newton, Ochieng Mike, Chemngeno Masi. MLS, we have 3. Chris Juma, Kipkirui Carlos, Etabo Dixon. Nursing, we have 3. Nyabari Kerubo, Kosgei Jepto, and the other one? Okay, I'll get the name for that one, because the one that had been called in the first instance is in Eldoret, so we are replacing that one. And then FND, Lisa Jennifer, Ann Akumu, and Chemutai Kiboi. Is Chemutai Kiboi here? Thank you. Then the next department is postgraduate. Judith Adhiambo, Sang Eda, and Abera. They're here. Public health, only 2 people applied. That is Sang Kimutai and Samuel Mwarandu, even after announcing for the 2nd time. Technology, 3 people, Njagi Ronald, Achila War, Chemngeno Sharon. Theology, Okuta Victor, Musimi Kevin, Kiage Bonareri. So we are expected to have 42 delegates. So in that 42, -1 for public health, -1 for management. That makes it 40. I hope we are 40 in the room. But I've called the names and you've confirmed. Who has not had his or her name? Your name? Collins? From which department? Yes? Do you have Kipkirui Carlos here? Chris Juma? Etabo Dixon? Okay. So we will release Kipkirui Carlos because he He was called after Kiplagat could not pick his phone. So kindly, Kipkirui, thank you for making time. We will allow Kiplagat Collins to take over because he was the first one to be called. Any other? Any other that has not had their name? Asante. Yes? Yes, kindly.
Mr. Chair, I was suggesting you could just call the name when the person says, I'm here.
Okay.
So that in case there's somebody else who is here, we don't know the person, you will be able to know who the person is.
Thank you. I did not do that because I had called earlier and they had responded before you came. I had called their names and they had said they are here. Okay? Do you have a problem with that?
No, it's okay.
You came late.
It's okay.
Yes. Any other? We want to begin now. So the program is that we will start with the positions that are complete, which is I think finance, and then we'll move to gender, and then we'll move to the presidential. Okay? So, our commissioners, who is taking care of time? So I want to introduce to you, we have people in our midst. We have the security, we have the OCS Chesumei sub-county. Kindly. Thank you. We are secure, so be very careful on what you're going to do. No rioting and anything. I am protected. We also have the Chief Security Officer in the campus. Good afternoon. Thank you so much. I've seen other people in uniform. Kindly say hi to us. Thank you, Madam. Hatujambo. Asante kwa kukua kati yetu. We have 2 agents from the main presidential candidates. One is the agents. Good afternoon. Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Timothy, agent for
And someone had requested that agents sit this far end. I don't know if it is secure when they are with you there.
No, they're not.
Someone had requested you come with your seats and sit here with us here. Thank you so much. Just come with your seat. There are no seats here. Come with your seat. So, thank you so much. Those are our 2 agents. I am sorry, these other aspirants, you can see the room. If we allowed everyone to come with their agent, it would not be possible. There's no space. I hope you bear with me with that. Yeah, someone is not happy with that, but I'm sorry, we don't have space. So I also want to bring before you the commissioners that we have on board. I have Commissioner Ishmael Langat, kindly. Stand and say hi.
Thank you very much. So I'm Commissioner Langat, and I'm happy for this process. And all aspirants, I'm wishing you the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Then we have Commissioner Mrs. Angwenyi.
Afternoon or good morning. Welcome, and I think everything will be successful by the end of it.
And she's the deputy chair of the commission. Then we have Commissioner Cynthia Muthiani. I think she has stepped out. She will join us. We have Commissioner Abel Simiyu. I think he's out also. He'll join us. And then we have Commissioner Dr. Martha Mambo, who is the Secretary of the Commission, kindly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so happy to see you here because your being here means that you are leaders. Here we are going to all be winners. Whether you lose or whatever, but your being here means you're a leader. May you have a good day and all the best.
Thank you so much. So there is Commissioner Cynthia Muthiani. Kindly, Commissioner.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I wish you all the best.
Then we have Commissioner Abel Simiyu. Hi. Thank you so much. And then we have the candidates. Kindly say your name and sit in 1 second.
Cabinet Secretary for Gender and Special Interests.
Good afternoon.
My name is Desmaya, aspirant CS Gender and Special Interests.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tingoyo Alison, aspirant for Students Finance.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The name is Kimani Tobias, an aspirant for Cabinet Secretary of Finance, Land and Student Living.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am Sabuni Faith, Cabinet Secretary, an aspirant for Cabinet Secretary of Finance.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Gesare Faith, aspiring deputy president in the candidature with Ruto Kipng'etich.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ruta Kipng'etich, presidential aspirant.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Billy Ayeko, presidential aspirant.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Aspirant for deputy president to Billy Ayeko.
Thank you. I also want to recognize the presence of the Baraton TV. Thank you for being with us and helping us in this process of informing other people what is happening inside this room. I also want to appreciate the presence, the participation of other departments that I will name later. Otherwise, we are going to begin, and I will begin with the position for finance, planning. I think I need to begin with a lady. Let me start with Sabuni Faith. And Madam, you're taking time? Okay, your 7 minutes begin now. Kindly come over.
Thank you so much.
You can ask someone to share that for you. So you introduce yourself, the position, and you continue.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I am Sabuni Faith, the aspirant for Cabinet Secretary, Finance, Labor, and Planning. Okay, let me begin. As you have seen, you are all being given the papers so that you may assess whatever I'm going to talk is already in the papers. So kindly let's begin as they are being distributed. Okay, as you know, all of you know, I am Faith. What is faith? Faith is moving mountains out here, and that is me. I am here to represent myself and also to represent the students. According to what I have learned, we have heard that those people who have ideas do not have the power, but the people who have the power do not have ideas. As for me, I am here with my ideas and ready to present to you. Let's begin with the manifesto presentation. Let's start. The first one is about semester registration. As we all know, since we entered this school this semester, you've experienced what has really happened. According to the queues, the long queues that are there, look at the rate at which we are told to register before we start our semester, and also the closing registration fee. As an incoming CS, I am ready to make that change for you. And that's a fact, because according to my area of expertise, I have worked with KRA. Even you can see us from the mask. This is something that you can be given only if you have been you have been in that office, definitely. So with my area of expertise, the rate at which we are being told 80%, it is going to be reduced. We have to ensure every student that applies must have at least 50%, and that's a sure bet that I'm going to present to you. The closing registration fee. How do you allow a student to be charged on the closing registration fee when the student, him or herself, did not manage to even pay the school fees? So that is going to be catered for. Be assured, and I am ready to represent all students, those watching and also those inside here. Another thing is about transparency with our club money. Remember, this club money, we do pay 100 shillings every time we enter this semester. It has to be transparent. You have to receive a financial statement that says this money was used, and I am ready to articulate that agenda. And remember, at the opening of every semester, we are going to have a financial transaction that is going to show all the students that for real, this money was used for this and this. That is because I'm going to liaise with the proper administration to cater for you about this. And then the that one I've already explained. The very few scholarship programs, even as I can ask, who among us knew there was a scholarship called Ratansi? It is there. Remember, it has to help you students. But some of you don't know if it exists. We only know of the UAB Scholarship Fund and the Student Work Program. But there are other silent scholarships that are here, which I'm going to raise up. Remember, we are going to have a meeting. It's not more of a meeting. It is a harambe that you are going to hold. These people are going to come. These people have money, remember. They need somebody who can tell them, for real, this school needs more scholarships. And according to the firms that I have worked for, and I'm very proud of that, I have worked for them, and they are ready to introduce new scholarships. Even if you want it in written, I will present it to you. And when I enter the office, be assured that scholarship, all the students that are going to be there, we are going to increase these scholarships. We can't depend on work program alone, definitely. We have to increase these scholarships, let people increase job opportunities. That is what I am aiming in that office. And then another thing is we have to revive this student center. We had a student center. This student center was used as a business center. It's supposed to be used as a business center for all the students. You people have ideas. We all have ideas. We need to articulate them. We want every student to be given a chance to air out their business idea. Remember, that's one way of promoting our students, to be able to sell out their ideas, and in fact, they'll be able to get that money and pay the fees in time. This is something that the administration should work with the CS Finance and ensure that all students that are registered are allowed to be given that opportunity to present their business ideas, and there should be a set date, even if it is once a week. Remember, that's too much promotion for all of us. And then let's go to the student work program. The salaries. Some of you here are working at the student work programs. Your salaries are being delayed. That's a fact. And remember, when they are delayed, you are not allowed to close the registration. That is not fair to our students. I have engaged with some of my fellow students. They're telling me salaries since last year have not been put up. That is not a good thing for all of us. Let us come together with me as your administrator, to represent you at the administration. Let me share this and also increase the number of people who are there that are to the ones that are to be the signatory people who are supposed to give you the money. Let them increase so that with this there will be no problems like such. Loading one person with that work won't help us, definitely. Let us have other people who can be able to give out this money exactly. And then there is now my project. I have a project of bringing the SABU car wash. This will help all of you, definitely. Remember, that's a car wash, and all of you want work. That one will be will be among my project. The attachment insurance fee, which we pay 100 shillings, it's not eligible. So let the SABU government be the ones who will pay that 100 shillings for the attachment. Increase the study sheds. The mess system, we need a mess system in this school. We don't have to go and pay 100 just to eat nothing. We can't eat. We can't eat something that we are not okay with it. Let me pay for that 20 bob for that chapati that I want only one and be okay. Then the renovation of the graduation square. I am up to the task. This is an international institution. We have to beautify this institution. Look at our graduation square. Let's renovate it. That is one of my projects as I enter the office. Increasing the water points for all the students who are outside. Okay. And that is all I had to say. And with that, I hope you guys will consider and choose an eligible candidate. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So you'll have to forgive me, I'm a little old school. I didn't print my papers. But I pray that you're going to listen to what I have to say. I don't have to write it into paper because it's all here, and I have a plan for all you guys. So since you're only given 7 to 10 minutes, I'm going to be brief. And I'm going to address 3 elephant problems in the room. And the first one is registration. When it comes to registration, man, we need a long-lasting solution. And we have to realize that registration is a system set by the administration. You're supposed to pay a certain percentage for them to go on with how they're supposed to serve us. But as we all know, we face problems. And for me, being one of them, there is pain. Because this pain I feel, it's really hectic. You push it to your parents, you push it to yourself, it affects you all around. And this school has barriers everywhere. Starting with the registration itself, you can't even close your registration or even do exams without clearing the school fee. But yesterday we had a meeting, which the DVC SAS told us we should pay around 2,000 shillings for them for the fundraising that is upcoming. And for me, I feel it's unfair because they're siphoning money from us at every point they get. So if they are willing to take money from us when it comes to their fundraising, they should also be willing to let us close our registration with at least a reasonable amount of money paid. But now we have to realize there are needy students out there who can't even complete their registration because of the fee problems they have. And for me, I have to realize that one of them who maybe not have even funds, and the only thing he or she has to do is to defer the semester. Well, we need a long-lasting solution for this student to sit in class and study well and enjoy himself while he's here, him or herself. So the first one will be linking students with scholarships. The one who was here, Faith Sabuni, spoke of the Baraton program. Yes, I know there are scholarship programs in this school. Many of us are not aware of. But we have to realize that with these scholarship programs, there are requirements we have to reach. One of them being maybe a GPA of 3.0. We have to realize this 3.0 GPA is not attainable by everyone. It's only attainable by a few. So about the student who has a 2.5 GPA, 2.6 GPA, does it mean that him or her cannot get a scholarship? So there are scholarships in here and scholarships out there that I am willing to link the students with in order for them to study. Not just the Kenyan students, but also the international students. My second point comes to the pledges to the DVC SAS. Most of you in this room, I hope you are the off-campus students. We have to pay 20,000 shillings for us to close our registration. Well, you'll get a situation where someone has paid 18,000 shillings. 18,000 shillings, and is being told, go and look for the 2,000 shillings for you to close your registration. And yet, yesterday we were told to pay 2,000 for the fundraising. And you'll be returned back and told, come back with the 2,000 for us to close your registration. That is not fair. We need a pledge. We need the office of DVC SAS to speak for us, so that as we are going, with the amount we have, we're going to put a place where we're going to write your name, you're going to write a pledge, and where you're going to clear the fee, the remaining balance, so that you can be allowed to close your registration. Okay, my second point is the work-study program. The work-study program has many problems. One of them being the delayed salary, which is the 25%. Most of them will close their registration because the 75% is there. But the 25% used to cater for their rent, for their financial issues when they are out there, is being delayed. For me, I think that is unfair. And also we have to realize that their rates and the working hours are low. People are being paid 51 shillings for an hour. Back in 2018, the rate used to be 60 shillings. That is a difference of 9 shillings. That's a lot of money. And you have to realize, if it was possible that the rate could reach to 60 shillings, why not now? Why are they being paid 51 shillings when the rate could be 60 shillings? And yet there's a government that's supposed to cater for these students. There's an office called the Cabinet Secretary of Finance that's supposed to stand and fight for these students. Also, there's a problem of the cartels. Though it's not widely known, but we have to realize the opportunities given to our students in the work-study program only go to few people. The work-study program is meant for every student in this institution, not just a certain group. And so for me, when I get into office, I'll make sure that every student who wish to join the work-study program will have an opportunity to work for themselves and also the school. So my third problem is about the needy students out there. We call ourselves comrades, but there are brothers and sisters out there who have tremendous problems. 1, registration. 2, the rent. 3, how they're going to spend their 4 months in school without food. And also, people even have to buy water, which is, that's a problem. So for me, there's a fund, the welfare fund. This is a major issue. People have been asking me about the welfare fund. They tell me how is a welfare fund used? Yet 5,000 students pay 100 shillings for the welfare fund. If you do your calculations right, this is a lot of money. Back in 2018, the Cabinet Secretary of Finance left a sum of 800,000 shillings in the welfare fund. We have not seen that money work for us as students. We've heard of the grieving students who have been given 12,000 shillings for them to cater for the burial services, even themselves. The other day, there was a student by the name Alex. He lost the father. He was given 6,000 shillings. And yet, we live in a fair community. We live in a community where we're supposed to live as brother and sister, and yet someone is being given 6,000 instead of 12,000. Yes, I know this is surprising. The student is there. I've spoken with him. Yeah, it's really unfair. So by addressing those 3 elephants in the room, I'd like to go through the projects I'd like to bring into place. And number 1 will be a business open house. A business open house is supposed to cater for the students. Time's up. So I've been given 1 second, so I'll just state them. A business open house, sports, all sports teams have to be catered for. I know that's a department of the sports, but it also touches through the finance. The other one will be credit worthiness of the students in terms of medical insurance, and be a member of the KUSA, Kenya University Student Association. Thank you.
After this candidate, you will ask your questions to that group.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Delegates, election observers, and election officials, good afternoon. I count it so much privilege to stand in front of you as the CS Finance aspirant. My name is Alison Kangogo Tingoyo, a third-year student from the Department of Accounting. And someone once said that the first responsibility of a leader is to define reality. The last is to say thank you. In between, a leader is a servant. Here today, I am saying I am a servant to all of you. To all Baratonians, I'm here to serve you. I am ready and very willing to serve everyone. These are the things I hope to achieve by the grace of God. The first one is to perform all the roles as stipulated in the for the CS Finance in the SABU Constitution. That is the first role I'll do. All the roles stipulated, I'll do all those. I have two major areas of concerns. The first one is student study program. I have around 6 issues to highlight, and these are the solutions. I'm here as a solution to the problems. I'm not here to define the problems, but to give us the solutions. The first one is to increase the number of working hours from the 48 hours per week. I believe in all organizations, whenever someone starts working, he or she believes or wants to, he or she wants evaluation either on the rate or on the number of hours. As for Baratonians, students working under the work program, I'll ensure that the number of hours per week are increased. Ensure fairness in departmental allocation of students under student study work program. Everyone deserves a chance to work. We all need fairness. Ensure there is evaluation on the rate from 51 shillings per hour. As a worker of any organization, you all need to be evaluated. Either, as for me, I'll work in such a way that every other student who will be enrolled in for the work study program will start at the rate of 53% and ensure that there'll be evaluation of 3 shillings quarterly. For the next period, I'll be there. I'll also ensure that the 25% is processed earlier and to ensure that all those students receive their amount on time. I'll ensure the reintroduction of the bonus program in conjunction with the DVC's office and the work student program office. I'll ensure that. I'll ensure students working in hazardous areas shall be given protective gears, respectively. We have hazardous areas, the laboratories, the food services department. They need gloves. They need a lot of things to protect themselves. I'm here for you people. On the part of the finance, for the registration, I'll ensure there is categorical between the private-sponsored and the government-sponsored students, in such a way that there'll be balance on the rate at which we students of University of Eastern Africa, Baraton, are paying, the rate at which we close our registration. I'll ensure that the rate is fair to everyone, and I'll also ensure that who registers for the semester will sit in for the final exams. I'll deal with challenges concerning welfare funds disbursement. In enforcement of the students, we as the students of Baraton, if we ensure that all of us pay the welfare fund, I think this problem of the welfare fund will be sorted out. I'll also ensure transparency in the welfare fund, and also to see if the policy for the welfare fund can be recommended in such a way that the surplus amount remaining after every semester can be invested so that the amount we pay every semester might be a more little than the 100 shillings we do, due to the investment projects I'm going to do. Another thing, I'll ensure there is no delays in carrying out the scheduled events. We have the orientations. I'll also ensure that I'll allocate funds from SABU to help club growth. Also, the postgraduate students, they need a club and a society. They are part of Baraton University and they deserve to be treated equally. I'll deal with help loan issues on time in conjunction with the relevant offices. Ensure clarity in the allocation of funds in the SABU budget and work to ensure independency of the SABU funds. International students also are part and parcel of Baraton University. These international students need fairness. When it comes to our long holidays, they pay 150 shillings in cafeteria instead of paying 100 shillings. You people should feel at home, and I'll work to ensure that you receive fair services. I'll allocate insurance funds for attachment students and also working to allocate funds for students who are not going for attachment. We have students from the pure math department, they are not going for attachment. I'll work on that and ensure you people are being given a chance to get an attachment. On the SABU investment projects, I have 3 main projects to start as the CS Finance. The first one is on the SABU investment project on farm. We have a 15-acre farm. What do you think? Should it be just there? Why can't we invest? Why can't we allocate some funds and invest on that farm? We plant corns, we plant beans, we feed our needy students, we feed ourselves, we reduce the cost of buying some other stuffs. And as of that, we'll also ensure that through that project, our students will have employment. They'll receive some wages, and that will be an added advantage to us all. I'll also introduce another project called the Social Welfare Program. This caters for the off-campus students majorly, those who are not able to feed themselves. This project will be there for you people to ensure everyone is part and parcel of Baraton University and that everyone has something to eat at the end of the day. And another thing is the Women Empowerment Project. As for these, many cases have been there that we ladies, some of our friends, some of our sisters are being pregnant anyhowly. We need someone to chip in. They said prevention is better than cure. We need funds to help in, to chip in, and ensure that these people are being there. We have ladies, we have female lecturers in our university. I'm very sure that these people are very ready to serve us all. Thank you so much. As I end, I want to talk to you as the delegate. I want you to vote in a servant. Don't vote in Alicent as a person. Vote in Alicent as a servant of Baraton University, and I am ready to serve. Thank you.
Thank you. I will entertain a few questions. If you have a question, 1 minute, kindly stand and come over.
All the protocol observed and fellow delegates, good afternoon. Yeah, this department, I have only 2 questions. Very well. I have 2 questions. The first one is that during registration, that is when you are opening the school, there is a lot of time taken there.